before diving into conversation, we should introduce ourselves. So please tell me about you.
So yeah, that's all. So myself, Shubham Bora, and I'm from Uttarakhand. It's a charming city. You already know about that, Nainital.
Yeah.
So
Nainital. Wow.
yeah, I'm from Nainital, and I've been completed my graduation in the last month. I'm a graduate in the Bachelor of Science with the major subject that was like a geology, botany, chemistry, and now I'm preparing for the government exam. And if you will talk about my family, so we are like for 5 member in there, my family, like my mother and father, and we are two brothers, like my younger brother, and I'm elder, and like my one elder sister. And if you will talk about to my hobbies, so my hobbies is like are my hobbies are like learn scripture. You already know, I think scripture means Dharma Granth, and I want to know about the what was our history. I'm a very curious to about what was the reality, because yeah, and history. That's all about me.
Yes, very nice introduction. You have very unique and nice hobbies, I would say.
Okay.
So it's my turn. My name is Pooja Saxena and I hail from Lucknow, the capital city of Uttar Pradesh. And as per my academic credentials, so I have completed masters in economics and B.Ed. And I'm blessed with two kids. And my as per my hobbies, so listening to devotional songs and reading books and traveling, exploring different places. It's these are my hobbies. And these days I'm also learning English. So in order to enhance my spoken skills, I have created a channel. The name is Flourish with Pooja, in which I'm uploading my conversational videos and some English grammar related videos so that I can learn and as well as other learners can learn. This is about me.
That's great. That's great. So you said you are you have the hobby to the reading book. Which kind of reading book?
For enhancing my skills, spoken skills, these days I have inculcated this habit of reading English books. So
Okay.
some
Okay.
English stories books I am reading these days so that I can enhance my vocabulary.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You are basically from Lucknow, yeah? Like you are shifting is that there?
No, I'm basically from Lucknow.
Okay. So like yeah. So I think your English is going good, and I'm also beginner, and I've been completed my schooling in the government school. I've never studied in the like any private and government college. You know,
I'm also beginner. I'm
yes.
also beginner and just learning. I have completed all my education through Hindi medium. So
Okay,
I'm also not expert, but yes, I'm trying my best to learn this language.
that's great. That's great. Okay, so which topic do you want to discuss with me? Like, if you have any topic as a particular topic, as where we are enhancing our communication and different
Yes.
kind of things. So let's start.
Okay. So if you have any topics, so you can suggest.
No, no, no. Do you ask any question?
Yes. I want to ask that you belong to Nainital, and
Yeah.
Nainital is very beautiful city. I recently visited there.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
Recently. Uh,
Now I'm funny.
it's been 5 days. I back from
Okay,
Nainital. Yes.
okay, okay. That's great. Like Nainital is not just a place; it's a very biggest tourist place because
Yes.
it's a past. If you talk about the 1950s time, it's a very Britisher time. That was a time like only on in the Uttarakhand nothing or there. Or like now you are talking about, it's a very big construction and a big infrastructure making it
Yes.
that there.
And
But
now it has become very crowded. I noticed.
yeah,
Very
right,
crowded. All the
right,
hotels were booked already
right,
when I
right, right,
reached
right.
there.
That's
I hardly
you know.
got a hotel to stay there, and I stayed
Okay,
there for a week. and I
Okay.
visited many temples like Golu Devta Temple, Ghodakhal, and
Okay.
several
Kachi
temples,
Dham.
Nana Devi Temple,
Kachi Dham.
Kachi Dham. Yeah.
Okay. That's great. That's great. So now Nainital is not why I said this, like not just a place, because it's a hub of the tourist. Mainly, if you will talk about to the major, Nainital is a not only one lake. There are five lakes. Okay,
Yes.
first is, and second is Nainital, Kuchiatal, and Haristal. Mainly five lakes. But major is one, like Nainital and Bhimtal
Nani
both.
Hill. Yes.
Think
Nani Hill.
they are famous. Different
So
kind of.
tell me, I'm noticing that in every places, not only Nainital, in every places of Uttarakhand, as well as other tourist places. These days, I noticed that there is a large number of people go there every time, not in only in holidays. Whenever you go, you will find the throng of people. So, what is the reason now? Because earlier it was not the scene.
Okay, first thing, yeah, you have a good question. Listen, I clarify, nothing up to every season there are stories. If you will talk about to the 6 months, there is so much tourist and cold also cold. But nowadays it's a 2 and 3 months. It's a very low tourist. That's the main reason of the rain and landsliding and different kind of difficulties. Because I am from Uttarakhand. I'm from Nainital. So like Uttarakhand, like Nainital is situated in the like lowest peak. So what happened? All the water up came is that nearby Nainital areas, and some places are what we call nale are very overflow. Okay,
Yes,
and rivers are overflows, and some roads are big, and some places are so much landslide because it's a very high peak. Firstly, you will go to the up and down, right? I think you notice to that, how I will reach to the Nainital. And second thing, that's a social media. Social media has changed to the some many
yes,
things. Like nothing of
yes,
this. I want to tell one thing. Neem Karoli Baba, it not just famous in the earlier. Now
yes,
when listen, when Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, and Virat Kohli and some celebrities visited to the Neem Karoli. After that, it changed to the tourists. Seriously,
yes,
I'm
yes,
talking about when I was visited to the Almora. That's a place of a way of to how to go to Almora. That's the main thing. I'm talking about to 2020. Okay, I'm talking about 2020. Nothing of the so much tourist. It's a normal tourist. And
yes,
recently 15 June was the festival of the anniversary of the Neem Karoli Baba. You cannot imagine like a 2 lakh people are visited there.
yes, yes. I
Yeah.
know that.
So
Yes,
main thing is social media and some type of attribute and like a nature beauty. That's the main thing.
yes, exactly. Social media is playing a great role. We see the reel and related video, and just we plan to go there. It
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
and
Yes.
uh, and something social media has destroyed to many things, as
Yes.
example, tourists are tourist number are increased. Okay, but
Yes.
main like local people and outside people destroy to the many things, right?
Yes.
I can explain. As example, you visited to the Nainital. So how many things you uses to the Nainital in the 1 week? Like you uses so many plastics, you uses so many
Yes.
vehicle, you use so
Exactly.
many carbon. That's the
Only
main thing.
place. Yes.
That we don't have the solution because our government are not working. Our government are working for the tourists, but our government not working for the problem solving. That's the main thing we have to
Yes.
mind.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Because of that, and nowadays, like four dhams, like Badrinath and Kedarnath, they
Yeah.
have become a picnic spot.
Right,
Earlier,
absolutely. It's
yeah,
good.
earlier they were spiritual places. Only the person who is deeply spiritual and at the age of 50 or 60, then he used to go in earlier time. But now the youngsters are going there and making their reels only for the purpose of making reels. For this
Absolutely.
purpose, they go and they create miscreants, and they scatter a lot of litters there, lot of garbage because of that collected there. So this is the phenomena I am noticing in every places, because I am fond of visiting. So I also visit many places. So I see the large people of increasing. The number is increasing.
Yes, yes, yes. Like what I realized, uh, I think if you will talk about to Char Dham, it's a total game of social media. Many of people
Yes,
who are to the who went to the Kedarnath, and they are using as a picnic spot, and they are using as a
yes,
honeymoon. Seriously, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about joke. It's a reality, because I see to many of videos who people are just married, and after that he go to the
yes.
they go to Kedarnath. It's
They
not
visit
good.
Kedarnath.
Definitely, that result is very being very bad. Seriously, I'm talking.
Yes.
If you play with the nature, so definitely play with the nature with me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The resultant. If you will force him, so if you will irritate him, if you will bother to that, so definitely they will bother me and everyone.
Yes.
And it happened.
It
What was
happened. Yes.
the real what was the cause of 2013 Kedarnath
Yes. Kedarnath mishap was occurred
yeah,
in 2013.
yeah,
Yes. So we should avoid going there unnecessarily for making just reels. There are many places uh, by where we can go after getting married, and for making celebrating picnics and birthdays. We can go anywhere else except
yeah,
these four dhams. We should not
yeah,
spoil the dignity of these places. We should not
yes,
spoil. Yes. And
yeah.
I saw when last year I visited Kedarnath, I saw many bottles were lying on the way. So
Okay.
we can understand what is the situation there.
Okay, I wanna ask one question. So when
Yes.
you went there in Kedarnath, so how you go? In the walking through as a a horse and a man.
Yeah, I prefer my kids and I prefer walking, but I was in problem, some to respiratory related problem. So I went there by helicopter, and my husband and my children, my both kids, went there by on foot. On foot.
Okay, okay, okay. Don't worry. No, because
Yeah.
if you are able to go for these type of places, so why you are going to
Yes. Yes.
according to me, I'm not talking to you. I'm according to me. If you are not able to go for
So
to
what is
these
the
type,
reason? What is the
yeah,
use of going there?
yeah. So you are bothering to the other person and the other soul, right? Like if you will go with the horse, it's a very difficult. It's not the 11
Yes.
kilometer. It's a 16-kilometer
Yes.
path. And if you use to the men, they want to earn money, but in the reality you cannot going to the way of where you are go will
Yes.
achieve the
Actually,
right.
last year when I visited there, so I looked for the reservation of all four members of my family in helicopter, but we didn't get. We got only one ticket. So because I was facing some problems, so I used a helicopter, but my kids and my husband came there by on foot. So because I wanted to hire the horse, but my kids refused, because I won't sit on the back of the horse, because it's my wish to go there. It's not any animals. I am not here to bother any animal. Mom, it's not good. I can walk, so we will reach easily. Till then, you stay there.
Yes, absolutely. Because it's not easy to how to connect with the god. It's very difficult. It's not the easy journey, right? like
Yeah,
uh, in the reality we
it's
cannot
very difficult journey to go
cannot
Kerala.
not imagine to the god, but in the reality, like when you will go these kind of areas, these kind of places, so you have to mind every time, like
Yes,
we are going with the reach to go how to connect with the god. That's the main thing.
Yes, yes. And I saw many people were going through a horse. I don't prefer going there by horse.
So it's a
We
very
are
good.
there for our own purpose, for our own worship, for our own devotion. We are
Yeah,
not going there to bother any animal.
right,
And
absolutely.
my kids were telling that on the way, several horses were dead on the way.
Yeah, it's a reality, na. Like they are only using purpose as a how to get earn
Yes,
money.
yes. So this is the phenomena these days, and we should avoid this
Right,
doing this.
absolutely.
Yes,
So now you are working as a any like any housewife.
I'm housewife.
Okay, okay, that's great. Nothing more else because it's a like a responsibility of the home. It's a very difficult work and big work.
Yes, yes. You know, house chores are never ending work. Some or the other work will come in front of you every time. But yeah,
Right.
I'm passionate about learning this language. It's my passion since my childhood. So now my kids are grown up to some extent and they both are able to do all their works by their own. So I have some leisure time. So I thought I should inculcate the habit of speaking English. I should improve my spoken skills, which dream I had since my childhood. It's the time to fulfill that dream. So because of that, I'm learning.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because like if you are going to as a good way, and if you want to go any different kind of way, it's a initially is difficult and initially is so much problematic. But after
Yes,
that, like get to the knowledge, skill, and everything. After that, it's going to the very easy, right? Uh, it's a very good way, and like if you are teaching to the many of student, many people, it's a very responsibility work. And as you are working and you are a social media influencer and as a teacher.
yes, I'm trying my best. It's my habit to keep myself busy in any productive work. So
Okay.
instead of wasting my time sitting here and there doing gossiping, I'm utilizing my time these days in learning English. Before that, I used to do something other thing like stitching, embroidery, making a handwork, something. I'm very fond of doing all these things. But these days, English is on fire. So I'm learning English in my leisure time.
Okay, okay, great. It's a very good habit because in your age, like you cannot imagine like how much you have to need to practice, but you are giving to the efforts and struggle. It's a very beneficial because like I'm as example I'm 20, so I can understand, I can realize, and I can learn to the fastly. But in your age, you cannot because like our mind is going to the different kind of way, like where we are working. So it's a very different
You
and
know what?
difficult.
In my school days, I was good at English and passionate about it. And after that, I taught my kids every subject. So all the subjects were in English. So I used to teach them. So this way, my grammar part, and I'm fully familiar with English. I used to explain everything to my kids. So
Okay,
now they are grown up. Now they study by their own. But that knowledge is beneficial for me now when I am trying to speak.
okay, yeah, absolutely. Because like we can read anything, everything. We can like learn
Yes,
everything.
yes.
We cannot speak to the fluently. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
Like
totally different thing. Yes,
it's a very difficult task,
yes, yes, exactly. And on the top of that, we are not surrounded with the environment of
right?
spoken English.
Thing
So this
like
is the issue.
क्योंकि हम तो हमेशा हिंदी बोलते हैं ना, इंग्लिश तो कभी बोलते ही नहीं है.
Right? So this is the issue. So
Yeah.
this way, I have created my own environment. I keep speaking with my kids in English every time and with me, and whatever I see, I watch everything in English. This way I
Okay.
have created and I'm learning. So what steps are you taking for learning this language?
Okay, like it's a if you will talk about to the my like what was my English journey. So I seriously said to you. I never read to the only on one subject I read just in English. Otherwise, on nothing on subject I read in study in about English. Nothing. I ever
Yes,
time. Seriously, I'm talking about if you'll talk about my graduation and if you'll talk about my schooling, nothing. And last 6 months, I started to how to enhance my English communication because when I realized to that it's a beneficial, very
yes,
uh, like a worldwide language. So after that,
yes,
uh, I did started to do some practice. How? I buy a newspaper, daily newspaper, and I used to do some random applications when they are free co-learner, and I used to the some people started to the video calling, and I get their number and we do as a video call, and I started to the mail many of people who are creating to as a video as some one by one and doing
yes.
as a like if you will talk about my grammar is nothing so much and I did many mistakes when I started to the talking and now I did some I improved some little bit not so much
Yes,
and
now
my
you are improved. You are speaking nicely. I
no
can see.
I did
Yes,
many mistakes I have some shyness now because when I started to the public speaking it's a very difficult not difficult
yes,
but explain to the good way
yes,
like as
yes.
sitting in my front of you so I can explain to you very well but I because I have you can say limited vocabulary I don't have too much and your vocabulary is so good today I learned to the eloquent
Thanks,
no,
thanks.
elec inoculate inoculate like what is the meaning of inoculate
Inculcate,
inculcate sorry yes
inculcate. Inculcate means to grow any habit in ourselves. Just like
okay
I'm trying to inculcate the habit of reading, I'm trying to inculcate the habit of morning walk. When we try to anything grow in me, that is
so very
inculcate.
कहाँ से पढ़ा ये वाला वर्ड मैंने पढ़ा नहीं था पहले
Many times I have read it and just Google it, you will see.
okay you mean you are using
INCAT, inculcate.
way nice to meet you I have not
This
so much
is
time
the this is the benefit of talking to each other. I also
yeah
learned many things, many structures with you. So it is
okay
the benefit when we talk with each other. So we learn each other. It was very nice meeting and
and
happy
nice to
learning, and you spoke very well. Keep motivated.